Hello from Kingfisher, Oklahoma. I'm really excited to be jumping into Joshua. We are in chapters 3 and 4 today, and we're going to look at four things. First, the children of Israel are starting to move. They've been on the other side of the Jordan, kind of doing their thing, waiting for God, but now it's time. They're actually moving towards the river. Two, God says the ark is going to go first. Now, you're going to find this over and over in the Bible, that the battle strategy chosen doesn't really make sense if you're just going to win a battle by being clever. But that's the whole point. See, the ark going first into the river is symbolic that God is going to be taking the land, not the people. And we're going to see this over and over, that their strategies just don't make sense. But again, it's not for them to win the battle, it's for God to win it. God says he's going to perform miracles among them. The priests will carry the ark into the Jordan, and they will stand still after all four of them are in there. And the waters of the Jordan will part. It's going to stop upstream, and it's going to heap up, it says. And then the Israelites will pass through on dry ground. There's really two miracles there. First, that the water itself stops. We can wrap our mind around that. Maybe we've heard these stories about the Red Sea. Maybe you didn't know that they crossed the Jordan the same way. But the second miracle here is that it says they cross on dry ground. Now, if you've ever been somewhere like after it rains or, whatever, you know that the ground is not suddenly dry once the water stops flowing over it. It takes some time to soak in, to dry up. So this is a second miracle here. Number 3, a man from each tribe is to grab a stone out of the Jordan River. Surely they picked someone. Hey, Steve, you pick up the stone there. And, Fred from that tribe and whatever. And they all gather their stones and they're going to pile them up at Gilgal where they stay the night. And so there's this pile of 12 stones at Gilgal, and that is going to be a memorial. When their children say, hey, what are those stones all about? They can say, that was when, and they can tell the story of how God provided for them. And number 4, finally, this solidifies in everybody's minds that Joshua is the leader, chosen by God. He's doing the same thing Moses is doing, crossing, with parted water. So they go, yeah, this is the guy. Yeah, here we go. So, you don't need a leader in your life if you're just going to follow God and do what he says. But a lot of times, people enjoy having someone there to kind of look up to. So Joshua is going to be that guy for them. Here we go. Chapter 3. And Joshua arose early in the morning, and they removed from Shittim and came to Jordan, he and all the children of Israel, and lodged there before they passed over. And it came to pass after 3 days that the officers went through the host, and they commanded the people, saying, when you see the ark of the covenant of the Lord your God, and the priest, the Levites bearing it, you shall remove from your place and go after it. Thou shalt be a space between you and it about 2,000 cubits by measure, which is 3,000 feet. 3,000 feet. Just like 1,000 yards. That's pretty significant distance. Come not near it, and you may know the way that you will go, for you have not passed this way heretofore. And Joshua said unto the people, sanctify yourselves, for tomorrow the Lord will do wonders among you. And Joshua spake unto the priests, saying, take up the ark of the covenant, pass over before the people. And they took up the ark of the covenant and went before the people. And the Lord said unto Joshua, this day I will begin to magnify thee in the sight of all Israel, that they will know that as I was with Moses, so I will be with thee. And thou shalt command the priests that bear the ark of the covenant, saying, when we are come to the brink of the water of Jordan, ye shall stand still in the Jordan. And Joshua said to the children of Israel, come hither and hear the words of the Lord your God. And Joshua said, hereby you shall know that the living God is among you, and that he will without fail drive out from before you the Canaanites, and the Hittites, and the Hivites, and the Perizzites, and the Girgashites, and the Amorites, and the Jebusites. Behold, the ark of the covenant of the Lord of all the earth passeth over before you into the Jordan. Now therefore take 12 men out of the tribes of Israel, out of every tribe a man. And it shall come to pass, as soon as the soles of the feet of the priests that bear the ark of the Lord of all the earth, shall rest in the waters of the Jordan, that the waters of the Jordan will be cut off from the waters that come down from up above. They shall stand up on a heap. And it came to pass, that when the people removed their tents to pass over the Jordan, and the priests bearing the ark of the covenant before the people, and as they bare the ark and were coming to the Jordan, the feet of the priests that bear the ark were dipped in the brim of the water, for Jordan overflows the banks at this time of harvest. The waters came down from above, stood, and rose up on a heap, as very far from the city Adam, that is besides Zeratin. And those that came toward the sea of the plain, even the salt sea, failed and were cut off. And the people passed over against Jericho. And the priests that bear the ark of the covenant of the Lord stood firm on dry ground in the midst of the Jordan, and all Israelites passed over on dry ground until all the people were passed clean over the Jordan. Chapter 4. And it came to pass, when all the people were clean, passed over the Jordan, that the Lord spake unto Joshua, saying, Take ye 12 men out of the people, out of every tribe a man, and command ye them, saying, Take you hence out of the midst of the Jordan, out of the place where the priests' feet stood firm, 12 stones. You shall carry them over with you. You shall leave them in the lodging place where ye shall lodge this night. Then Joshua called the 12 men whom he had prepared of the children of Israel, out of every tribe a man. And Joshua said unto them, Pass over before the ark of the Lord your God into the midst of the Jordan, and take you up every man of you a stone on his shoulder, according to the number of the tribes of the children of Israel, that this may be a sign among you, that when your children ask their fathers in time to come, saying, What mean ye by these stones? Then ye shall answer them, that the waters of the Jordan were cut off before the ark of the covenant of the Lord. When it passed over Jordan, the waters of the Jordan were cut off, and these stones will be a memorial unto the children of Israel forever. I wonder if they're still there. And the children of Israel did so as Joshua commanded, and took up 12 stones out of the midst of the Jordan, as the Lord spake unto Joshua, according to the number of the tribes of the children of Israel, and carried them over with them until the place where they lodged, and laid them down there. And Joshua set up 12 stones in the midst of the place where the feet of the priests which bear the ark of the covenant stood, and they are there till this day. For the priests which bear the ark stood in the midst of the Jordan, until everything was finished that the Lord commanded Joshua to speak of the people, according to all that Moses commanded Joshua. The people hasted and passed over, and it came to pass, when all the people were clean passed over, that the ark of the Lord passed over, and the priests in the presence of the people. And the children of Reuben and the children of Gad and half the tribe of Manasseh passed over, armed before the children of Israel, as Moses spake unto them. About 40,000 prepared for war passed over before the Lord unto battle to the plains of Jericho. On that day the Lord magnified Joshua in the sight of all Israel, and they feared him as they feared Moses all the days of his life. And the Lord spake unto Joshua, saying, Command the priests that they bear the ark of the testimony, and that they come up out of the Jordan. Joshua therefore commanded the priests, saying, Come up out of the Jordan. And it came to pass, when the priests that bear the ark of the covenant of the Jordan were come up out of the midst of the Jordan, and the soles of the priests' feet were lifted onto the dry land, that the waters of the Jordan returned unto their place, and flowed over all his banks, as they did before. And the people came out of the Jordan on the 10th day of the first month, and encamped in Gilgal, in the east border of Jericho. And those 12 stones, which they took out of the Jordan, did Joshua pitch in Gilgal. And he spake unto the children, saying, When your children shall ask their fathers in time to come, saying, What mean ye these stones? And ye shall let your children know, saying, Israel came over this Jordan on dry land. For the Lord your God dried up the water of Jordan from before you, till you were passed over, as the Lord your God did to the Red Sea when he dried it up before us, until we were gone over, that all the people of the earth might know the hand of the Lord, that it is mighty, that ye might fear the Lord your God forever. It's an amazing story. We're jumping right into it. Join us next time.